Have you ever picked up a book only to lose interest after a few pages? It happens to many of us. For example, a friend of mine, who hadn't read much since school, decided to dive back into the world of books. He grabbed a trendy bestseller expecting thrilling adventures, but after just a couple of chapters, it felt like the trailer promised one thing while the movie delivered something completely different. He put the book down and said, "This definitely isn't for me." Later, on a friend's advice, he discovered a novel that truly captured his interest, and he finished it in just 2 days. So, how do you choose a book that's right for you? Let's break it down. But first, ask yourself, what 3 topics are you most interested in right now? Drop your answers in the comments and we'll help you find the perfect pick. Picture this: you're walking into a cozy bookstore or library. Shelves overflowing with books invite you with their endless variety. You hear the soft rustle of pages being turned. Which book catches your eye first? Take a moment, flip through a few pages, inhale the scent of fresh paper. Perhaps that's how you'll discover something truly special. For the experienced readers, expand your horizons. If you love detective stories, why not try a thriller or an intellectual mystery? A fan of science fiction, give dystopian novels a chance. Sometimes, the best discoveries happen when you step outside your comfort zone. Use recommendations, but filter them. Advice from friends, bloggers, and review sites can be helpful, but remember, everyone's taste is different. Read the blurbs, check out some reviews, and skim the first few chapters. Trust your own instincts. Analyze what hooks you. Whether it's an unusual plot twist, philosophical depth, or genuine humor, knowing what captivates you makes it easier to find that perfect book. Listen to your mood. Sometimes you're in the mood for light reading. Other times you crave something deep and challenging. Choose a book that matches your current vibe. If you use online platforms to discover new books, you've probably noticed that some recommendations feel almost too on point. Modern algorithms, used by sites like Amazon, Goodreads, and others, help match you with books that fit your tastes perfectly. How does it work? Collaborative filtering. By analyzing the reading habits of millions, the system suggests books that people with similar tastes have loved. Content-based filtering. These algorithms examine a book's genre, plot, style, and keywords to recommend similar reads. Hybrid systems. Many platforms combine both methods to offer the most accurate suggestions. These technologies are especially valuable for English-speaking readers, covering a vast array of international literature. Curious about how these recommendations work? Feel free to ask in the comments. For new readers, choose books based on your interests. Love science? Try some popular science books. Fascinated by history? Start with biographies or historical novels. Don't be afraid to put a book down. If a book isn't capturing your attention, don't hesitate to move on. Reading should be a joy, not a chore. Start with shorter works. Short stories and novellas can help you ease into the habit, while hefty tomes might feel overwhelming at first. Experiment with formats. Whether it's a printed book, an e-book, or an audiobook, try them all. You might find that one format opens up a whole new world for you. How do you know when a book is the one? You lose track of time while reading. You find yourself mentally debating with the author or getting deeply involved with the characters. You can't wait to share the story with your friends. The book sticks with you long after you've finished it. If at least one of these sounds familiar, congratulations, you found a book that truly resonates with you. Sometimes the best way to find your next great read is to pick a book at random. Head to a bookstore, let your eyes wander, and choose the one that immediately catches your attention. After all, the best stories often find us when we least expect them. Don't chase trends. Just because a book is popular doesn't mean it will speak to you. Choose something that genuinely resonates with your soul. Remember, reading is about enjoyment. There's no right or wrong book. It's all about what brings you joy. Occasionally, a book you'd never normally choose can pleasantly surprise you. Try a genre you're not familiar with, or an author you've never heard of. You might just discover an unexpected favorite. Take the story of Jack, for example. He tried detective novels but ended up dozing off before the climax. Then he switched to popular science, yet couldn't find anything about his favorite raccoons. He even tried audiobooks, but got distracted by background noise. In the end, he stumbled upon a book about the adventures of a detective raccoon and finished it in one night. If you're having trouble choosing, start with a book about something that genuinely interests you. Read at least 5 pages of a book you'd normally skip and share your thoughts in the comments. Who knows? It might just become your new favorite story. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any new reviews and recommendations.